Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Empty Talk videos where I share my contemplative insights. Today I'm going to talk a little bit more on parenting and some of the things that we can understand and apply so we can offer better parenting to our children. So all of us, we want our children to be excelling in their academics. So imagine in a class of 25 kids or 40, 50, and in some countries and cultures 70, 80 children jam-packed in one classroom with one teacher teaching them. So obviously the teacher cannot pay one-on-one attention or ensure that every single kid is learning with the same effectiveness. And it's not even possible because every child has a very unique learning capability. Each of us, not just children but even adults, around the world, if we have to categorize learners into three different categories, they would be the folks that learn better with audio, so they learn better when they're listening, and it just goes deep into them when they're listening to something. Another kind of learners are visual learners, right? So unless they see something like a video or a picture, some kind of 3D animation, they don't feel like they have understood and comprehended the topic, and therefore they don't feel very clear about it. And then there is another type of learner, which is the kinesthetic learner. Kinesthetic learners are the ones that have to actually touch and feel and do some actions, use their hands, make some movements. So unless they do the touch and feel and make it move, build something with hands, participate in the process of creation, they don't feel like they have learned. So these are the three different types of learners: the visual learners, the audio learners, and the kinesthetic learners. Now if we try to assume that all our children, 20, 40 or 70 children in the class, they are all going to learn the same way when the teacher is standing up there and writing things on the whiteboard or showing a 3D model of some concept in science, or making them do an experiment in the lab. Not all of them are going to respond to that teaching methodology the same way, because they're all different types of learners. So what happens is, when our child does not perform as well as any other child in the class, we start to blame our child and say things like, you don't pay attention, you're not interested in learning, how come the other child is getting better grades than you with the same teacher in the same classroom, you probably are not paying attention. So we start to blame the child and pass judgment too soon without realizing if the teaching methodology aligns with your child's learning ability, learning style, and so on and so forth, right? So as a parent, of course, you cannot go and change the teachers and ask them to align their teaching method to your child's learning style, because then 40, 50, 70 parents will keep doing the same thing. So as a parent, can we then identify, first of all, what kind of learner my child is? And based on that, what additional resources can I offer to the children in order for them to help learn better, and in the process also set that expectations in your mind that based on my child's learning ability, these are the things I can expect him or her to learn from the teachers at school, and here are the additional resources I'm going to provide to help them with the learning process. So this simple act of understanding your child's learning style and offering them resources to excel and make them feel comfortable will go a long way in first avoiding that frustration that my child is not as good as others. So you won't compare and pass judgment, but much deeper impact will be your child will start to see and feel that you have taken the time to understand their learning styles made the resources available to help them grow, and that also builds a firm foundation of love and trust between you and your child. So a simple thing as simple as understanding your child's learning style and helping them goes a long way, right? So check it out. Take this as an action item. Go identify your child's learning style between auditory, visual, or kinesthetic. Look it up. If you want to know more details, you can Google it and see how to do that. But this was my contemplative insight on parenting, one of the aspects of parenting. I will talk to you again in yet another contemplative insight from Empty Talk videos. Until then, take care, love and peace. Bye bye.